You must find someone to go on a quest, and they must find 3 magic items, and only with these 3 magic items can the Jabberwocky be defeated.
Johnstone Phoenix Theatre Group's been in the local community for nearly 59 years. We're heading up to our 60th anniversary soon. We like to bring some joy and amateur theatre into our local community to people that maybe can't get further afield, to the bigger cities, down to the West End. We feel that we're giving them a wee taste of that on their doorstep.
When people come, they go to some of the local restaurants for food, they go for a drink, they buy sweets, they buy other things in the area as well. So it's wider than the actual theatre. The community also benefits in lots of different ways.
It's definitely a family, there's lots of different age groups there. The youth theatre goes from 10 to 18, so there's a crossover between 16 and 18 between our youth section and our senior section. And it's really open to anyone to audition, as long as you can hold a tune, move a little and read a couple of paragraphs, then you're good. We also have a backstage crew that's all volunteers. We have associate members, people that like to come and help front of house, sell programmes, help us with fundraising. We're not kind of elite, that we're looking for the best of the best and that's it. We're accepting everyone to come in, everyone enjoys themselves and gets to do what they want to do for their own personal goal. So a calendar year for Johnstone Phoenix normally starts in August. We run from August to the end of May into June. In that time we would have new member additions in the summer, we would put a pantomime on in December and then a spring musical in April or May.
Careful, mummy dearest. We wouldn't want poor mummy to slip and break her neck. Then I'd have to take charge.
Our spring musical can vary. We like to mix it up with a traditional musical, something like Oklahoma, Calamity Jane, Guys and Dolls, but recently we've tackled some more modern musicals, Legally Blonde, Full Monty, things that are really different, and what that does is give variety to our members so that we're not doing the same type of show all the time and we're covering all the age groups so that everyone gets an opportunity to shine in roles, and the audience and the community get to witness something a bit different, not the same old shows they get to do all the time. The main effect that the pandemic's had for us is the lack of available halls for rehearsals. We perform in Johnstone Town Hall, which is our kind of community hub of Johnstone. It's been closed to be a vaccination centre after it was closed because of the pandemic itself.
It was great to have the Johnstone Phoenix family around because it was a bit of continuity for me. The regular monthly meetings was great, and having the Zoom calls with the members and having a bit of fun and sing-alongs and different things like that was great. It kept me busy and it kept me in touch with some of the members, as well as thinking we were still doing something for the community.
We are hoping to come back with a pantomime this year, all being well, but it is dependent on the town hall access. After that we do have some shows booked that we're very excited about.
It's great to see it all coming together and to see the audience really, really enjoying it. And some of our other shows, we did the Full Monty twice actually, and sometimes that felt like it was a hen night. When we're doing our performances, everything goes into it, and whatever it says in the script happens as long as the town hall is happy that it happens. And the Full Monty that we did complied with all those rules and everything. It was the Full Monty.
We are ecstatic to win. It just feels like such an honour to get recognised by the local community that we love to give something back to. It is the purpose of our group, so to be honoured like this is just outstanding. We are so happy, and it's shared between every member, past and present of the club.
I'm very proud to be Morrison's Community Champion. Morning. Absolutely love it. The role of the Community Champion is to let people know that Morrison's is more than just a supermarket, that it helps with community projects, it can help with food banks and different various things like that. So a typical working day, I'll come in the morning, I'll start making up my food bank bags, I need to go around and get the shopping in, process it through the checkouts. And then I would go and read my emails and catch up any calls and things like that I need to answer, reply to. This wall behind me is everything that I've done in my 2 years of being the Community Champion. I just love looking back at all the things that I've managed to do out in the community, in the store. It just makes me happy. It's definitely changed my life. I'm meeting different people, I'm making new friends, and I'm actually helping people that need a wee bit of support at the moment. I seen a wee post on Facebook one day about people were struggling down in Fergusley for food and things. So I'd got in touch with pals of the Privies, and our wee friendships blossomed for then. I always keep them in mind, especially Christmas. I have this gentleman that donates money every Christmas, and I go and buy the toys, and I give the toys to Pals of the Privates. If I know Pals of the Privates are having a wee event coming up, they'll either get in touch with me or I'll get in touch with them, and I like to go along to the events, so much so that I met my hero, George Bowie. That was at a foam party down in Glencoats Park. I've been to the Pals of the Privates for fun days where we've planted sunflower seeds, we've coloured in, played on the zip slides, they made their own pizza kits. The list just goes on and on and on. The customers are great in here, they really are, because obviously without the support of them, like donating toys, donating food, donating Easter eggs, and if sometimes I get a wee appeal out for toiletries or winter coats and that for the kids, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without the help of the customers and the staff. It only feels at work, and I'll get the manager breathing down my neck. What are you up to now? What are you up to? But no, I feel like I'm doing something that I feel very passionate about, and it doesn't feel like work. How did I feel about winning the awards? I was actually very embarrassed. I'm still very embarrassed. Yeah, I'm very happy, I'm very proud, and thanks to Pals of the Privates for putting me forward for that award. Very much appreciated.
In 2017, my friends and my family, we all collected gifts and toys and toiletries to give to the Renfrewshire Toy Bank, and then found out there wasn't one. So we gave them between a few charities, and then what we did is we actually spoke to them and said, do you think there's a need for this? And they all said yes, so we contacted other places like social work, and I did a lot of research, met with Engage Renfrewshire, they were really supportive, and then thought, yeah, let's just start it, and that's how it began. Now we give out toys all year round for birthdays, as well as Easter eggs, Halloween costumes, and are still original Christmas gifts. There's so much to it, and there's so many moving parts, so you're working with all the organisations, coming down and then arranging everything to get collected as well. Yeah, there's so many things. We have to have meetings with all the different organisations that refer to us. They give us information about the child, what the child would like, and we hope that we are giving that child really high quality, safe toys that they would get the same as their peers, and equally they are from the parents. There's no stigma attached to it that's from the toy bank. Over the Christmas period, I probably give up about 40 hours a week between emails, phone calls, being at the unit, out shopping, doing online orders. And it's the same throughout the year because we're giving birthday gifts, and what we do is people have birthday boxes. So social work, for instance, have one of them and it's accessible. So when they need a top up, I'll come down, make it up. So really, at Christmas, it's really full on, but throughout the year, it's totally varied. I used to always think like, oh, are people actually going to get behind this? Are people going to donate? Are people going to, even like things on Facebook? And I feel so proud that we've been able to accomplish that, and going from the Renfrewshire Christmas Toy Bank to doing it all year round. It just makes me so happy that we're able to give even more to the community, and so thankful that people do get behind us and do make it work. What I would say to anyone who's considering volunteer is just go and do it, whether that be at the toy bank or somewhere else. It's such a great feeling knowing that you're giving back to the community, and even just getting out and about, meeting different people from a mental health point of view. We've had volunteers in the past say, it's really got them out of the house, it's given them something to do, it's getting even them to meet new people as well. And from the toy bank point of view, for someone to come and give up their own time, it's totally invaluable as well. When I found out that I won community volunteer, I was really shocked to find out that my husband and other members of my family and friends had nominated me. I was shocked that I had actually won, because I know there's so many people out there that do so much good in the community, and I feel like I couldn't have won it without the board and the volunteers, so I just want to say a big thank you to them as well.
Park Run is a free weekly timed 5k run. I'm the event director, so I'm the man in overall control or charge. I've got a team of 8 run director volunteers. They do the duties on the ground on a Saturday morning. They set up the course, they start the run, they do the run brief, and they collate all the results at the end.
I enjoy going down a Saturday morning and putting the park run on. It's a community event and it's something that is there for people to get out and about and keep their fitness levels up. We go out no matter what the weather is, rain, hail, sleet, snow. We do it on Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and every Saturday we will be there at Linwood.
I had went to a British Transplant Games. I had been fairly successful and won a couple of medals, and I got selected to represent Great Britain at the World Transplant Games. I needed something to make me train harder, and one of my work colleagues had suggested that I go and try parkrun. I went down to Greenock in November 2014 and I got hooked, and I got faster and faster and faster. There was no parkrun in Renfrewshire, there was 2 or 3 in Glasgow, and then there was a big gap down to Greenock. We looked at various sites and then we approached Renfrewshire Council to ask permission to start one at the Onyx Sports Centre in Linwood.
Our 5k route runs round the Woodland Trail at Onyx Sports Centre. The route is very pleasant, especially in the summertime. Sometimes you can feel that you're in the middle of nowhere when you're out running.
What do I enjoy most about parkrun? I think it's the camaraderie and the community spirit. You can be an octogenarian or you can be an Olympian. People run, people jog, people walk. Some people run with their dogs, some people run with their prams.
You don't need to be super fit to do it. Everybody makes everybody welcome.
Nearly there. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Post-COVID, we're averaging about 140 runners every week. That's usually if the weather's quite good. If the weather gets bad, there's a hardcore who will turn up and run through the mud and the puddles of about 70.
We have 2 timekeepers. We have 4 barcode scanners. So when you finish the finishing line, your timekeeper will press a time. You'll then be given a token from the token person, and then you'll take it to the barcode scanner, and this is where you will get your result coming through on the website at a later date. We also have marshals out on the course. They're there to help you and direct you. When I got the phone call to say we had been nominated and had won this award, I was totally shocked and speechless. At first I thought it was a joke.
I was absolutely delighted and humbled to think that people in our parkrun community actually nominated us for this award.
Forever Young is a sheltered housing group that organises activities for all 10 complexes within Renfrewshire. There were so many tenants living on their own and they were totally isolated. There was nothing really for them to do. Forever Young was the group that helped to sort of encourage them to come down and participate in activities that would help their confidence and be social.
You're meeting people and you're getting involved in the community, and it keeps you going, because there's nothing worse than sitting at home on your own and not having anything to talk to.
One of the ladies said to me at the very beginning, oh no, she felt that being in sheltered was this was the end. But we had her out in speedboats, we took them to the theatre, they did arts and crafts, we had a choir, just trips and outings, walking groups, just everything that encouraged them to socialise.
Any activities that we have, we involve as many people as possible so that everybody's got a say in what happens.
Poetic Pathways was a project that was created right at the very beginning of lockdown. We got the tenants to write their feelings and write all their stories, reminiscing on the good old days, to try and encourage them to let a pick-me-up. We were then able to get their poetry and put it on the pathway. We got permission from the council and Sustrans. We had written a poem about the Given Tree. If an act of kindness, if this makes you smile, then please take me. So all the craft that the tenants have been making during lockdown, we put them all into bags and we hung them on the Given Tree. So anybody on the cycle path could just go along and take something if it made them smile. I'm so proud to see the achievements that all the tenants. I'm just honoured to be part of the group because I'm really passionate about my job, as well as seeing all the tenants become more confident.
To win the Community Group Award has been, well, it's an achievement, isn't it? It means that everything we've done it right. It's just brilliant. I can't say anything else but that.
She just was the heart of the carer centre. Just seeing all the things develop with her there was super in the kitchen when we had all our social events, and then liked a nice dance, and karaoke was her forte as well. So lots of different parts that she was involved in, but the heart of the centre.
Just always there for you, no matter what, whether it be your personal life or your work life. She was the one you would turn to.
Christine was my manager at the care centre, but way more than that. I think she was a friend. When you've worked with somebody for 18 years, the relationship isn't just a work relationship.
I knew I could talk to Christine about anything because she was an easy person to speak to. She was just dead down to earth, and she could speak to anybody at any level and make them feel like they were just the most important person.
The Carer Centre is here to support unpaid carers in the Renfrewshire area. We provide a variety of different support to help them, whether it's to get a break from caring, provide them with information, and basically help them on their caring journey. The Carer Centre was so important to Christine because she wanted to make a difference. She wanted to make people's lives better, get better services for carers, and her passion was the young carers as well, wanting to see them be a child again, to have fun and to grow and develop and to help people in their caring journey. Christine started off in the centre 24 years ago, and she started as an information worker, and through the years developed various different roles, became the Young Carers Manager, and her last title post was the Development Manager of the centre. Christine made a vast difference to the lives of people. She did things, whether it was benefits advice, so it was helping people financially, helping people emotionally, just taking the time to sit and talk to people. Our young carers, getting them training and kind of grants to kind of help them develop as well. I don't think there was one aspect. She was involved in all our kind of support groups as well, so whether you were a young person or an older person, she kind of touched everybody's life, and she helped them to support them in their caring role.
Christine made a huge difference to the carers that came along to the Carer Centre. She would always be there with a smile and a welcome, and no matter how much support they would need, she would go that final mile just to make sure that they were well supported and that they were listened to. When Christine passed, I spoke to all of the people in my groups that ever worked with Christine or ever knew her, and every single one of them were grief-stricken by it and distressed by that loss, and they were all talking about, how special she was. So it was, in one way, it was quite difficult having the groups because you were watching people being really upset at the loss of Christine to them, but at the same time it was really lovely because you were hearing just how special she was and how much she meant to them and how much good she'd done to them, and every single one of them felt the same way. It was universal. So the difference she made to them was just huge, and it's a gap that can't be filled.
There's so many memories. Our social evenings, where she used to organise, she was always had a quiz organised for people. So she was a quiz master, and then she went into the kitchen to prepare all the food. And then if we're having a karaoke, she'd be first in the karaoke and hogging the karaoke machine. I have to say she was very good though.
Listening to her singing Country Roads, which was her theme song, and even now whenever I hear that playing on the radio or, you know, driving along or anywhere, Christine just comes right to my mind whenever I hear that song, because that was her song and she sang it marvellously because she had a great singing voice as well.
We were at a young carers meeting and we were kind of going by and we'd said to the kids, that's our line manager there, Christine's the person that okays us for to do our any activities and things like that, and the kids were like, oh, can we meet her? And when she came in, the kids were like totally asking her, can we go here, can we do this, some of them were wanting to go to Disneyland, and Christine was a bit like, if we could, we would, but we can't. And actually the kids kind of talked her around to having an extra activity, getting an extra night out, and she went away as happy as Larry. She just was so appreciative that the kids actually took the time to kind of speak to her.
There's lots of things that remind me of Christine. So Kenmore is a place that she went all the time. Things like birthday cakes or marzipan, iron brew, Coco Chanel. So if you're out and about and somebody's got that, there's yeah, that brings back quite nice memories.
I would describe Christine as caring, loving, giving to people, giving her time to people, having time for people, a family person, a good laugh, a good dancer, be there to support you, and just a perfect person.
A mother figure, and just a really special person who I miss.
A good manager, somebody that was fun, warm, approachable.
A kind, caring, loving person, a good confidant, and most of all, a friend, a really good friend.
I think it's fantastic that Christine's been recognised in the Community Awards. As it says, she gave 24 years of her life to carers in Renfrewshire, and she fought very hard for carers and tried to get better rights and better services. So I think it's a fitting tribute to all the work that she did that she's recognised with this award.
Christine is the carer centre. She epitomises what it's about, and she's been there from the very beginning, and she just symbolises everything that's good about it. So to hear that recognition is there, and that, you know, there's going to be something to remember her by, it's just a lovely legacy and really deserving. So I'm really, really pleased to hear it's happening.
Christine worked in Renfrewshire for such a long time and really cared about carers in Renfrewshire. So yeah, it's really nice.
I think it's really lovely for our family as well to see that recognition as well. The only thing that I'm really sorry about is that she's not here herself to actually be there and actually receive that award, but she's with us anyway. I feel her all around me all the time, and I actually talk to her as well sometimes. So I know that she knows somewhere, wherever she is, that she's been recognised for everything that she's done good for the carers and for us, the staff, our family and our friends.